Hey mamas, welcome back to Homeschool Haven. I wanted to show quickly what we used last year for my son for kindergarten that worked really well. So I meshed these two curriculums together last year because I was having a hard time finding one curriculum that I felt like was strong in all areas underneath the language arts umbrella. So I just wanted to share briefly how I was able to mix these two curriculums together and make them work for us. I do feel like this curriculum here from The Good and the Beautiful, the Language Arts Level K, is great by itself. I just feel like the All About Reading program is so strong in phonics, and that's just my opinion on it. But I want to show you why I mixed the two together. So what we would basically do for my son who was in kindergarten last year is we would do a lesson from The Good and the Beautiful Language Arts. Now, if it happened to be a really long lesson, then we wouldn't double up. We wouldn't do both. But normally what we would do is we would do all the language arts lesson from here, and then we would do his reading from All About Reading. So this comes with readers. We didn't use them. So then I would hop on over after his language arts lesson and I would do a phonics lesson with him. And the way this is set up is, so it teaches a phonics skill. So this lesson is teaching the CH team. And so you would go through and teach all the different words with CH. And it comes with, you purchase separately all the different letter tiles, but there's an app too that you can use, which is super convenient. To building the words, there's little like games that come with it to practice. And then there's these review word cards, which come in a box here. So I can open that with one hand. Now, for me, this kind of got to be a lot of moving parts. So we didn't always necessarily do the cards every day as a review. We just reviewed them in the book, and we didn't always use the card system. It was just a lot of moving parts for me. I like to keep it simple. So after you teach the sound, then the next lesson would be to go to the readers and read these stories that work on those sounds. And these are the 3 different readers that come with the level 1 All About Reading. And they increase in difficulty. So this is the very first book. And I'll just kind of show you what the stories look like so you can see if you think it might be a good fit for your child. So it starts out super, super easy. And then they kind of more text on the page. It's mostly short vowel words. The pictures are great. It's all in color. The stories, my son loved the stories. Some of them are super funny. So that's just kind of a look at the first book. The second one, you can see the amount of text is increasing. The difficulty in the words are increasing. And then by book 3, you can see how it gets a little bit more challenging. More text on the page. So that's pretty much how we did his language arts lesson. You can see how it really increases by the end. So we would do a quick lesson from The Good and the Beautiful Language Arts, and then we would do his reading from here. The other thing that my son did, and he got independent on it by the end of the year, was his handwriting and also Explode the Code. So I used Handwriting Without Tears, and he made his front cover so pretty. But he would just work on his letters in the morning, and he was able to do this independently. And then we would switch it up every other week. I would switch up his independent work on the table in the morning with his handwriting and Explode the Code. So Explode the Code is another phonics program. And I'll just kind of show you kind of what he did here. So he was able to do this independently in the morning because each week kind of repeats itself in the format. And he was able to do this by himself. So we just kind of alternated these two as review for his independent work. And then these were his 2 main for language arts. If you have any other questions about it or would like to see more about it, just leave me a comment and I would love to share it with you.